Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be making a cute card using the Floral Designer Series paper, along with the Brights 6x6 Designer Series paper collection, the Coneflower Celebration stamp set, and the branching out dies. Yeah, I know it's a lot of stuff. But before we get started on our project, of course, we have to go over the buzzworthy business of the day. So first we have our Cozy Christmas Paper Pumpkin Kit that's going to create 9 Christmas cards with classic charm. Classic stamping spot for this kit is Pecan Pie. We have the Abundant Joy add-on dies for $12. The item number is 167855. These dies are going to coordinate with October, November, and December paper pumpkin kits. And if you're interested in signing up for the paper pumpkin, I do have a link in the description box below. Next, we have our Stampin' Rewards program. These are the Shop, Earn, Redeem, Repeat rewards. Earn 10% on all orders $20 or more, excluding tax and shipping. Redeem rewards on future orders. Track and save rewards in your online Stampin' Up! Account, and those rewards expire after 12 months of the earning date. Lastly, we have our mystery boxes. These are the medium flat rate USPS boxes that I have stuffed full of new and used retired Stampin' Up! Products. I'm asking just $35 for each box. Shipping is included in that price. If you're interested, email me at stampwithshawna@gmail.com. All right, and that is all of our buzzworthy business for today. So let's get started on this project. So the first thing we're going to do is some stamping, because I need my ink to dry, because we're going to do some coloring. So I have some Memento Tuxedo black ink that I have inked up into a blank ink pad that comes with the craft white ink, but I inked it up with the refill for the Memento, because I like this foam pad better than the pad that the Memento comes with. So I'm gonna just stamp this down right here. This piece of paper I'm using is 3.5 by 4 3/4 of basic white, and I'm gonna stamp all of our images on it. So that's the flower and the stem. Then I want to do a butterfly. I think I'll put that right there. Then we're going to do a couple of leaves for our flower. So we'll put one right here. And we'll do, there's 2 different leaves in this set, so we're going to use one of each. Okay, so that is all of the stamping for the Memento Tuxedo Black, and we're going to set this to the side to let that ink dry a little bit before we start coloring. Next, I have a piece of the Designer Series paper that I have cut out already with the branching out dies. I used the 4th from the center, so if you count from the center frame, this is number 4, and we're going to do a little building up on this once we get to our after we color. Okay, so then I also have a piece of Designer Series paper from the Floral, what did I call it? What is it called? The Floral Delight Designer Series paper. This is 2 9/16 by 3 7/8. I know the measurements, but okay, we need it that way. Then I have a piece of basic white here that is 2 9/16 by 3 7/8 that I have gone ahead and embossed with the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. And we're going to layer these 2 onto some Early Espresso that is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so I'm going to do a little stamping on this, and I'm going to use Early Espresso. And I did not get my stamp out, so let me get my stamp. I got all the flower images out, but not the sentiment. Oh boy. So we're gonna stamp Celebrating You. I'm gonna get a block here. I know this block is way too big, but I already have my other ones utilized. And I'm just gonna stamp this right here on the bottom right corner. Just like that, directly onto the Designer Series paper. Okay. Next, we're going to glue these down. So let me get my liquid glue. And we're going to glue this onto the Early Espresso. Ooh, that was a lot of glue. I'm going to spread that out a little bit. I don't want that squirting out on the sides. So we're just going to layer this down. And it's going to be a small border. There it goes, the glue squishing out. And I'm trying to do this quickly because I want to make sure I get these in the right position. So I want to go ahead and try to get this one on evenly. Let me see, yep, the borders are good, so I can leave this like that. Okay, then I have our inside pieces. This is basic white, 3.5 by 4 3/4 with a strip of designer series paper that is 4 3/4 by 3/4. Then we have some Flirty Flamingo here that is 5 by 3 3/4. And we're gonna put these together for the inside. And I'm using Stampin' Seal for this, just to put this white layer on. Because sometimes the liquid glue can cause a little bumpiness behind the cardstock, and that's the piece we have to write on, so I don't want to put the glue right directly behind that. Not if I don't have to. So we're going to attach this to our card base, which is Pecan Pie, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're just going to put that in there just like that. Next, we are going to get this piece and add some twine. I have the Early Espresso and Old Olive Baker's Twine, not Baker's Twine, linen thread pack. This is linen thread. This is an online exclusive that came out this month, and it goes with the Gathering Together suite of products. And I'm just going to start this. Let me see. Put a little bit of adhesive back here. And we're just going to wrap this around the middle of our card a couple of times. About like that. Just like that. Get my scissors. Trim that up. And just for good measure, I'm going to take some tear and tape to hold this down to make sure that it doesn't come up. Just a little bit. This is just an extra secure hold. That's all that's for. Then we're going to add some liquid glue and add this to our card base. And we're going to try to get this centered. Make sure our ribbon, our linen thread is where we want it. I should have did that before I put the glue on, but it's okay. Oh, I love these colors together. Okay, so that's that part. Then we're gonna go ahead and add this piece of designer series paper. Now the branching out dies is part of a bundle. I only got the dies, but you can get both if you want. But I knew I wasn't going to use that stamp set, but those dies can be used for anything. So I just want to try to get this central on my card and straight, hopefully. Oh, that's not straight. Woo, I'm turning it, I'm turning it. Okay, that looks pretty straight, so I'm gonna press that down. And yes, you can see the ribbon bulging under there, but we're gonna cover that up, so you shouldn't be able to see it too much. And I do want to add a little bit more linen thread over here. Do I want to tie a bow? I think I'll just tie a bow and add it. Nope, I want to add it under here. I'm going to tie a bow still, but I want it to be tied onto the card instead of added with a glue dot. So I'm just going to tie a little bow. Hopefully I'm staying in frame. I'm going to tie our bow, get our scissors, trim the tails, just like that, and we're done with that. Okay, so now we have basically our card put together. Only thing we have to do is do our coloring. So let's get our paper back here. I'm gonna get some scrap paper, and the first thing we're gonna do, Granny Apple Green. I'm gonna do the dark, I do believe, and we're gonna have Old Olive dark. So I'm gonna do the leaves. And this Coneflower Celebration comes in a bundle as well with some dies. And you guys know I don't always get the dies because I like to cut with scissors. So I'm going to color this in with our Granny Apple Green. So yeah, we're gonna have to cut all of this out by hand, but that's okay. I like doing that, so it's not a problem. I don't know why I put that old olive up, because we have to color the stem, not just the leaves, Shauna. I have to do the stem as well. So we're gonna just color this in. That's a real simple coloring there. We'll get more detailed in a minute. Okay, so now for the flowers. I'm gonna shock you, maybe not, because I've done flowers in this color before, but we're gonna be using tones of brown. So I'm probably gonna fast forward through this part, but I'm gonna tell you all the colors I'm using. I'm using ivory, light and dark, pecan pie, bronze, and number 200 deep. Okay, so I'm gonna color our flower, and I'll leave the process in, but it's gonna be sped up. All right. Okay, so I've done the flower. As you see, I went back at the end and went back over all the colors with the ivory again, and my ivory needs a new tip, so I'm have to order a new ivory pen. And we're going to do the same thing on our butterfly. We're going to color it with all the same colors as we did our flower. So I'm just going to put a little wash of the ivory on here and then go back through all of the other colors. Okay. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to work on our middle of our flower. And for that, I have dark Cajun Craze and light and dark Flirty Flamingo. Okay, so I have that all colored in. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to cut all of this out, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have everything all die cut out, and we are going to pop up our flower and our butterfly with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm gonna just add a couple on the back of these. And when I say a couple, I mean a lot. Okay, so I went ahead and put all the dimensions on and took the backs off. We're going to bring back in our card base here, and we are going to add our leaves and our branch here, or not our branch, but our stem. And I want the thickest part down here, and I'm going to put it about like that. And I don't think I need all of this at the top, so we're going to cut this shorter. I'm going to get a little bit of liquid glue, and for now I'm just going to put some a little bit at the top and just a little bit at the bottom, because I need to get my leaves put in here, so I don't want it down too much yet. We can go ahead and put our flower about, let's put it even lower than that, about right here, like that. Okay, so we have that down, and we can go ahead and put our butterfly down about right here. Then we're going to take our leaves, we're going to add these on. So I'm going to put some liquid glue behind here, and I'm going to slide it under just like that. We're going to take this one and slide it under. Come on. See, this is why I didn't want to lift it. I mean, put glue under there, because I need this to go under. Oh, it's getting stuck on the other leaf. Take your pick tool. Okay, calm down, son. All right, now we're going to take our scissors and grab this leaf. Okay, so we have that, and that's basically our card done. So now we just need to add some bling. And for our bling, I have the what is this called? The rainbow adhesive dots. So it has flirty flamingo, so we're going to use that, and we're going to put one here, one about right there, and let's put another big one. We'll put that one up here like that. And that is our card done. Isn't that cute? I was thinking about adding some Wink of Stella, but I don't know. But I made this in 2 different colorways, so let me show you those. So I have one with the Fresh Freesia and Daffodil Delight, and I used mostly purples for the flower on this one. I did the black Baker's Twine from the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. Then on here, I have the Darling Duckling Poppy Parade with a strip of Poppy Parade and the yellows for the flower. And I think these are low profile sparkling dots, and this is the purple fine shimmer gems. Okay. Oh, and the embossing folder is the Damask Designs embossing folder. Okay. All right, you guys, that is my project for today. That's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.